So I already recorded this once. I didn't really like the first take, so I'm gonna take another one because I went into too much detail and the video was long as fuck. And I also think boring as fuck. So I'm gonna be talking about books. This year I've already read 3. Now I am working away at this one. Very interesting. I'll tell you about it later. So let's get into it. I had the Terminal List recommended by a great friend of mine called Thomas. Shout out to Thomas. He's a cool guy. An absolutely amazing book. Fiction, just this guy out of the military gets like falsely accused and then has to go kill a bunch of people. Amazing writing. And just all in all, if you just want to read for fun and not to learn, that is like top of the line. Especially if you like all of the gruesome details. Oof. Anyways, really good. Then another book I read was Veldheren. It's a book in Dutch, and it's just like Dutch military generals writing a bit about war. And I was listening to a podcast from them about Ukraine for the past 2 years, and I was like, let me give this a shot. It was interesting, but none of it really stuck. Like, I was reading the book kind of to read it and because I bought it, but like it wasn't really my thing. So yeah, not all the books you read are always perfect. It goes to show. And then I read Einstein's biography. Now that one really stuck with me. I really like that one, and I'll tell you why. So I'm gonna give a very brief breakdown of Einstein's life and what a kind of mess he was. Even though he's one of the most renowned scientists in history, he was a mess of a human. And I do not say that lightly. And I think it gives everyone some perspective and some kind of understanding. Let me put it that way, that everyone is human and everyone is just kind of balling it. No one knows what they're doing. Let me put it that way. And you can definitely tell from Einstein. So, Einstein lives in Germany, moves to Italy. I didn't know that. Went to university in the Polytechnic of Zurich. Then he went and he became a patent worker. Don't know. He has a kid. The kid is deported to Serbia because he wanted to keep it a secret. And his parents were very pissed at him and his wife because his wife was ugly. That's pretty funny. Then he works in Prague for a year. He works in Berlin for a couple of years. And then he's like, oh, fuck these Germans, bro. Like, so fucking annoying. And as everyone starts turning against the Jews, he's like, fuck this shit, man. Goes to America. And after he goes to America, he's just kind of balling there. Loves the free speech. He's offered the role of prime minister in Israel, but everyone kind of knew it was like, you shouldn't accept that shit. And then he dies in America. Pretty decent life. But some points I really took out of this story. And we're gonna get to the corny part of the video. The way this guy worked, day in and day out. Every day, he worked so much. He was so obsessed with his work. And everyone's like, oh, the guy was a genius. Like, he didn't need shit. The guy's not necessarily just a genius, but he worked like a motherfucker. Like, I thought even scientists, they're not necessarily obsessed with their work. I thought Einstein was just smart for most part of my, like, younger years. But it just goes to show that you gotta work hard. And working hard does not mean like, oh, work hard for a couple of years and then retire. If you want to make a genuine dent in human knowledge or creativity and shit we've built, you need to work for decades. The guy, ever since he got out of university, worked all his life. He loved it. But that just really kind of sparked a fire in me and be like, yo, Einstein isn't just a genius. He may as well not have been a genius. He just worked his ass off. And I need to start doing the same. The sooner I start doing it, the more time I'm going to have to build something meaningful. And learn more, meet more people like me. So that's the Courtney lesson I got from it. I was just so impressed by his dedication. And that even the theory of relativity, for some reason I always thought, yo, like, probably did it in about a year. He got the idea, he worked it out, he did some math. Nah, the guy worked on it for a decade. And that's insane. And I didn't know that science papers were written like companies are made. Companies are usually not like due for revenue for the first couple of years, and then maybe in a decade you're profitable, or you're even like know if you did a good job or not. It just gave me an entirely different perspective. Like, no matter what work or sector you're in, you just work like a motherfucker all the time, and you will make something great. And I gotta step my game up. That's what I realized. And yeah, then I wanted to talk about his philosophy about war, because I thought it was very interesting. So at the start of his life, he was kind of like, fuck conscription. If everyone refused to fight for their government, then no one would have wars anymore. It'd be impossible because you wouldn't have an army without conscription. Then later on, after Hitler like raided his house, did some uncool stuff, he was like, yeah, okay, we need armies because we're always gonna have bad players in the world, and you need a way to deter them. Notice how deterring is used. You should never go to war, but you need to have the means to defend yourself. And that also kind of hits me, so I'm just kind of like, next year I'm probably gonna quit volleyball entirely and just start doing a martial art, because, bro, I gotta get a black belt in something. Like, it's just a side quest I need to complete in my lifetime. And I was thinking Krav Maga. Anyways, then he became pro-conscription, and then he was thinking about the UN supporting like all of the world's nukes, because the nukes are so powerful. If one entity has them, I don't know how they would have made it like democratic, but this was Einstein's idea, and every expert was like, yo, that's impossible. And so far it has been. But it's basically, you give the UN all of the world's nukes, and then whenever a nation tries to attack another nation, boom, you drop a nuke. Which is a very, like, yeah, it would definitely work. Like, you can't go invade anyone and then interstate conflicts become impossible, basically. And it gives everyone a lot more autonomy. So it's something to be thought about. And I was just like, shit, this makes a lot of sense. So I side on Einstein with that one. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of my summary. I don't know. I wanted to upload this because books, and maybe once I get good at reviewing them, I'll do a better job, but I gotta start somewhere. And then I've got this book. This book right now, I just started it. Amazing. I just started it, so I don't have a lot to say, but it's basically the drug lord in the lowlands, aka Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg, also a Dutch book. And it basically goes over his life. Right now, he's in the slums of Eindhoven, where I actually live. And I actually think I know where the field he was brought up in. I know what field it is, I think. And yeah, I'm gonna go over all of it, and I'm probably gonna tell you about it. And this year, I want to read 12 books. Starting with this one, it's a fatty. And then I've got a lot of other books lined up that I really, really want to read. So yeah, keep reading books. It's the best source of knowledge. And if you don't like your book, don't read it anymore. Go get a new one. That's what I learned. At least with these Veldhede book, just wasn't for me. You should see if a book is for you. If it's not for you, if you're not grasped by it, then you stop reading it. Simple as. Anyways, that's my update for now. Tomorrow, I might have a very exciting update, but I'll let you know then, okay? See you around.